When I was a kid, my parents loved watching the show Cheers. I have to think that that played some role in the type of environment that they were trying to build in the early days. Everybody likes to go to a place where you know everybody and everybody knows you. And I think a lot of those same sentiments have been built into just the fabric of what Hotshots is. We do sports and only sports. You won't find us doing live bands, you won't find karaoke, although there's room for that in other places and everybody enjoys that stuff. We do sports and we do sports only. And that doesn't just mean sports on TV, that's pool and darts. In each of our locations, we have video games, in-store promotions, with the idea that the customer is involved in the party. We get them up out of their seat and help them have a good time. So Hotshots started in June of 1990 and was founded by my mom and dad, Dan and Julie. They both have a very deep background in the restaurant business, worked for decades and accrued a bunch of knowledge about, again, what works and what doesn't work. And in 1990, they had an opportunity, after saving some money, to strike out on their own. They started Hotshots, just the two of them. As a kid of around 12, I started cleaning the restaurants on the weekends. I did that for several years until I became legal working age. And then I started working as an hourly cook. I did that for several years until I graduated high school. Once I was through with high school, I took over managing the kitchens. Did that for a couple years until I turned 21. Then I could start managing the stores, became an assistant manager. Did that for several years, became a general manager, managed several of our locations, and took on some extra responsibility. Then I went into multi-unit management as a district manager for about 4 or 5 years. When we started franchising, I took that company over and was the head of the franchise company and worked with franchise sales and franchise marketing to sell franchises. About 4 years ago, my father, the founder of Hotshots, retired and I took over as CEO for him. So our mission statement is about as brief and memorable as it can possibly be. It's expressed as a number. It's 30, 2, and 10. And what that means is when a customer decides where they're going to sit, we have 30 seconds to greet that customer and take their drink order. From the time that they've given us their drink order, we have 2 minutes to bring that to them at their table. And from the time they decide what they want to eat, we have 10 minutes to get that food to their table. That's every customer, every day, all the time, regardless of what's going on. You'll hear us talk about 3210 on your first day. It's something we talk about every day. It's a measurable way that we can grade ourselves on how we're meeting the expectation of the customer and how we grade our staff. At Hotshots, the customer is the most important thing. They always come first. And I think we've been able to be successful for so long because we've stayed true to that sentiment. There really is nothing more important than the customer, and if you use that as your sort of guiding principle day in and day out, it's really hard not to be successful. The goal over the next 5 to 10 years is for Hotshots to be coast to coast. To help us meet that goal, we're really trying to hook up with motivated and energetic entrepreneurs, people who are sick of making other people money and want to make their own money, people that like to have fun and have an interest in helping other people have fun. That's really the person we're looking for. It's driven and ready to make themselves some money.